morning.
All right, let people know where you're playing.
You know what? We're playing in the garage. And I know that sounds crazy, but we are a garage band for the weekend. We're turning into the ultimate garage band on the corner of Pallissier and Park. And it is the parking garage that is closest to the Capitol Theater, which is our home. And Ronaldo Agostino came to us, our city council person, and he said, hey, you know, we do these pop-up concerts all the way down, all over the place downtown. Would you be interested in doing one? And we said, absolutely. And he kind of had the idea of doing it in the garage in Art Alley. So, you know, right behind the garage, there's all of those murals on the wall and the sort of lanterns that are hanging. It's really a beautiful setting right behind the garage there. And absolutely, we said yes immediately. So tomorrow night, Saturday night, the 28th, at 6 p.m., the Windsor Symphony will perform for an hour, a concert in the bottom level of the garage. So it'll be covered. So even if it's raining a little bit, doesn't matter. It's totally dry and covered. And the acoustic there, it turns out, is really pretty spectacular.
That's what we were talking about earlier on the program, what the acoustics would be like in there. You're impressed.
So boomy, which is great for acoustic music. So when you have acoustic instruments, unlike when you have microphone like a rock band or something, with acoustic instruments, you need sort of reverb. You need the space to have a little bounce in the sound. And that's what makes the sound warmer and sound bigger than it is. And so it's the perfect sound for us. It's really pretty exciting.
Yeah, you're very excited about it. Does the sound excite you, or is it the novelty of where it is?
Well, it's both. So the sound for sure. Like I am definitely sound oriented as a conductor and as a musician. So there's that. But also I really love the idea of the Capitol Theater is literally the perfect indoor acoustic, and the fact that it's our home makes it one of the most we're one of the most fortunate orchestras, especially of our size across Canada. That is really special and unique that we have a home like the Capitol Theater. But I also love taking the orchestra out and performing in various places. For instance, last year we performed in Leamington in a steel fabrication plant. They moved the machinery aside and put the orchestra in, and we had an audience there and did a concert there. It was also a great acoustic. So when Ronaldo came to us about this idea of performing in the garage, of course we took a leap at it immediately. It's such a cool concept to imagine something as, let's say, sophisticated as an orchestra playing music by Mozart or Beethoven, but in a really cool sort of laid-back kind of place. This is actually not that unusual historically. So, you know, back in the 18th century when some of this music was written, it would be performed in people's homes or in halls or any ballrooms or any place that they could find where they could have room for an audience and musicians. And so we're just kind of playing off of that.
What kind of reactions did you get from the musicians when you told them that this was the next gig?
You know what? It's been 12 years. This is my 12th season with the WSO. They're really getting used to me. And like, oh, so we're going to play in a garage. Okay, let's go. And we've done some interesting things over the years. So it's wineries. We played in wineries. I mean, we've done a lot of interesting things.
Does it change sort of what you do preparing? I'm wondering if the show is going to be a bit grittier than usual. Are you wearing different outfits? Is the music selection different at all?
You know what? It doesn't really. And so the music that people hear when they come to the concert, and by the way, if you want to come to the concert, the tickets are completely free. You just have to you have to reserve a seat, like a ticket at windsorsymphony.com. But it's totally free. And so there are three parts to the music. First is we're going to do music by Bach, Mozart, Beethoven, Tchaikovsky. So a little bit of what we normally typically do, all tunes by these composers that everybody knows. So they're like the well-known tunes. Then we're going to do some music from movies, from Wizard of Oz and from Gone with the Wind. And that, in part, is to help us to begin the celebration of WIFF, the Windsor International Film Festival, which is celebrating its 20th anniversary. So we're going to help celebrate them just a little bit. And then we're going to end with a couple of really fun and, dare I say, sexy tangos at the very end. It's going to be really, really fun. So it's just kind of a little bit of everything that we do. And one of the things that we do like is that we don't really change who we are. So people come and they experience us in the garage, they're going to experience the same quality of music, the same quality of music making, the same integrity of music making that we would do at the Capitol Theater or any other location. It's just to experience the music in kind of a different way and in a different place and in a different environment. It really makes a difference.
Speaking of sexy, the show is called Fall in Love with Downtown Windsor.
Yes.
What do you love about Downtown Windsor?
Well, first of all, I live there. So I love it so much that I bought a home there. But what I think about downtown Windsor is that there's a lot of energy, and I think it's really important in a city like Windsor to have a vibrant, alive downtown where people can feel like they can go see a show, they can go see a gallery, they can go see a movie, they can go have dinner, they can have drinks, they can go dancing, all of it being right there, and you can just like sort of park and spend the evening and have a really great time. And I know there's a lot of like discussion, like, oh, is downtown safe or this or that or whatever. But compared to a lot of cities, it's a really safe, fun environment. I mean, I'm there all the time walking around, and it really is fun. Like the grittiness of it and the artisticness of it, I think, is what really makes it fun.
I also think having the orchestra in a garage makes it more accessible. Do you hope there's new people that come out and experience you?
Well, I don't even have to hope. I know, looking at the
Okay.
list of people who've reserved seats so far, that there are a lot of people who are their first time with us or new to us. And that is hugely important to us as well. We want people to feel comfortable. We don't, people have a perception about symphony orchestras and about classical music that it is one way. But the truth is that it is an enormously diverse set of pieces of music. It's an enormously a diverse set of ways of making music. And we, over the course of a season, typically do about 125 concerts. So we present all kinds of music for all kinds of people. And no matter what your taste, there's something for you.
Appreciate this. Thanks so much, Robert.
Thanks for having me.
Robert Franz is the music director of the Windsor Symphony Orchestra. The concert is happening tomorrow night, 6 o'clock, at the Plessier Street parking garage. You know what? We'll do a call out. Let's get the Windsor Symphony Orchestra in another unique venue somewhere in Windsor, Essex. Where do you want to see them next? Text us, 519-984-2051.